Hello everyone, so today I will install um, Xen Server hotfixes from a remote machine, but this time I have installed the XE command line on the remote machine. This is, where is it? I have Linux CentOS from what I know. So I have CentOS release 9 and for you to be able to install the XE, so the Xen server command line, you need, as Citrix says, uh, you need to install the RPM file, which is located on the original ISO of the Xen server, and you just have to replace the build number with the one that's on the ISO. So let's go on the ISO. So client install, you just need to take this file, copy it to your Linux VM. In my case, CentOS, and I've copied it in the root folder. And then you install it. You install it as Citrix says with that command rpm minus hash and your build number. I've already installed it, but I will run the command again. So this is how you will need to do it, but as I said, mine is already installed. And one more thing that you need to install, the S-tunnel. Don't ask me what that is, but it's necessary. I'm still learning this Linux stuff, and the S-tunnel you will install with this command sudo dnf install S-tunnel minus I, and I have installed this too, so it's already installed. So those two things you need to be able to execute XE commands from this from a Linux VM to a different Xen server or Xen server host or single host or pool. The script will take all the ISOs from this folder and install them on our pool. Okay, so my pool is now at version 50, and it will get all those updates. The script is pretty simple. Let's take a look at it. So you basically have three commands. The first one is to upload the ISO on the pool. The other one is to install the hotfix, and the last one, that's just a list that's necessary for the script to be functional. The last one is to clean the hotfix. It also generates a log file and a visual, and it also displays visually what's happening. So let's give it a try. We just need to execute it. I believe everything is ready. And one more thing, these scripts will require the name of the IP or the name of the server of the pool master. In my case, this is my pool master, and it also needs the folder where the ISO files are. In my case, it's root hotfix because there is. Okay, let's see them because in maybe in WinSCP they're not so visible, but you see that folder hotfix, or we can list directly like root and hotfix, and here are hotfixes. Okay, so we have the files. Let's go back to our wait, not to our root folder, and let's execute the script, which is install hotfix. Okay. This pool master IP 235 and 116 and root hotfix. Okay, and enter the password, of course. This is the password for the pool master. Okay, so it's starting uploading, applying the hotfix. Let's see here. So it uploaded, but only temporary until it installs it, and then it removes it. Let's wait for it. It's installing now on Xen 07. Okay, the next one, 54. So restarts are necessary, but we will reboot only once. 54 applied, and here is the what's happening at this moment. It's installing 58. And 58, how many did I put there? 59 and 60. So the server do not go in maintenance mode. They do not evacuate VMs. They do not power off VMs. Yeah, normally Citrix recommends that you power off the VMs, and I recommend that too, but I just wanted to see if the VMs are affected or not, and it seems that they are not affected, because I also am logged into one of those, and I'm running a ping just to see. I have PVS, so PVS is very sensible because it's streaming the hard disk to all its clones, but it seems that it doesn't crash. This is good. I mean, the Xen servers do not have such a load, and this cannot be compared with the productive environment, but nevertheless you should never run the script with open VMs, with started VMs. You never know what happens. Okay, let's see where we are. 60, I believe that's the last one. Okay, it's done. Let's see our pool, and it just requires a reboot. Okay, let's reboot the pool master first. Here in my lab everything is virtualized, so this is the NFS, the deployment server. Let's see deployment server. It's a simple Linux VM, and we execute commands from it. Okay. Okay, so the master is up. We can reconnect. It does need a little bit of time to set up everything. And we can reboot. Oh, did I reboot that without shutting down the VM? Oh, I'm crazy. And let's reboot the full member too, so that we have a clean hotfix install. Come on, come on. Okay, let's see the IP. Perfect. So let's go back. Surface back online. Our VMs should have no problems starting. They are diskless VMs because they start from the network from IPVS server. It's searching for the disk. This one too. Let's see the pool. No more warnings. Everything is installed until hotfix 60 notifications. Let's see errors. Yeah, lost connection, but this is normal. XenServer 8 updates. Yeah, I have XenServer 8, but that is not important. So no errors. Did my VM start? Yeah, I hope so, because they have no disks. They need to power on from the main disk in my previous farm. Let's just wait for them to completely power on. Okay, so my VM has started. Let's see if everything looks nice and pretty. Group policy update force. I hate that my logon script doesn't really work because it's not the previous master, it's the previous clone. Nevertheless, so I'm connected. Streaming is fine. And yeah, so this was it. Thank you for watching.